What's up, you guys? It's Layla Lynn, and I'm back with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about the other minor victims of David that have come forward. He allegedly was dating multiple young girls at the same time as he was, and I say dating, I use that word loosely. He was allegedly victimizing multiple young girls at the same time that he was allegedly victimizing Celeste. So we're going to get into some of those other girls in this video because one just recently went viral on Reddit. But first, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe, click the thumbs up button, the bell, do all the YouTube things, and support me over here on my crime channel, Crime and Context with Layla Lynn. And the context here is a person who doesn't see other people as human. Considering what David allegedly did to Celeste and her remains, it has become abundantly clear that he does not see these girls as human beings. He likely sees them as just tools for his enjoyment. But in any case, this is victim number 3, and it looks like she's texting someone. I do have a theory of who she's texting, but I want to confirm it before I share it. But she's texting someone because girls have been reaching out. And apparently the person asked her if she wanted to give a statement because she said, "Give me some time and I'll write you a statement." And the person says, "Take your time, no rush." And then she texts back, "Hi, everyone. I know nobody knows who I am, but I was a victim of David Burke. I'm just going to say how happy I am to see him arrested. My identity has remained hidden because I deserve a life outside of the case. I went through a lot with David, and this is all very hard for me, but to see him behind bars brings a smile to my face. I feel safer and more at peace with my life. I appreciate everyone who helped bring me and other victims to justice. I know things haven't fully been done, but they will be. This is what I have to say to the public. Let me know when you release it. Thank you." And then the person says, "You have been brave and amazing." So I want to talk about this. She says she went through a lot with David, and we'll see more in the second victim that I share with you all. He seems to be a master manipulator. So I assume when she says she went through a lot with him, first of all, being underage and allegedly being in a situation with an older guy can be very difficult, especially when that guy is manipulating. That guy or girl, regardless of the gender, when they are manipulating, it can be very difficult. And the reason the older guy or older person will be with a younger person is specifically to manipulate them. It's a dominance thing. Like they want to dominate, they want to control. And it appears that's what he did in his crimes against or alleged crimes against Celeste and other alleged victims. Now, let's talk about the other one, victim number 2, because when this went viral on Reddit, everyone was asking if this is victim number 3, who is victim number 2? So let's talk about that. All right, so these are texts from victim number 2, and it's a text from David. I'll have to make it bigger on the video, but he's saying, "Hola." You can see his name is saved in her phone. "Hola. Okay, so I've been up all night thinking logically about you, work, life, relationships, and realized something that you'd agree with if you see it the way I do. Straight from my heart, I really, really, really love you, but I've been," now mind you, he's allegedly in situations with multiple girls, but he's telling her, "I really, really, really love you." This is love bombing towards a child. But he said, "But I've been checking my schedule for the rest of this year and next year, and I'm barely in Texas. I believe long distance relationships work under the right conditions, like you being able to travel with me, etc. But you're still in school. With that also being said, I don't like hiding anything from anyone. I would love to have a public relationship with someone, but the way this is going, we have to be a secret or something." Now that's a complete lie. We know that. We know that he actually loves secrets and secrecy. He does not love public relationships. He said, "I want you to be happy, but you still have so much left to do in these last 2 years of high school." That tells you she can be no more than 16. The person he's talking to has to be around 15, 16. If she has 2 more years of high school, that means she's in the 10th grade. So the most she could be is 16. And he said, it may change your view on this entirely. And I would really gladly wait for you if we are both in the right headspace when that time comes. I want to still be here for you, though, at talk like we did before it got complicated. I love and care about you and need to make sure you're not alone. We are still interlinked, which is manipulative. Statements like that, telling someone that you're not, in a relationship with, like telling them you're still interlinked, like no matter what, we're still connected. It's manipulative. It's one of the webs of manipulation, manipulating a child to believe that they're linked to you when they are not linked to you. They're free. They're free. He said, please express yourself thoroughly. Please, no OKI or KK. I want to know everything going through your head. Now, for a 15-year-old or 16-year-old to respond okay is normal. Like he wants maturity from children. And I've seen other texts with him and Celeste, alleged texts with him and Celeste, where he wanted her to behave maturely. But these are children. Celeste was barely 14. This person is probably barely 16. These are children that he's asking for mature behavior from. And then also him asking to know everything that goes through her head. It's just a way to manipulate a person. You can manipulate a person better if you know what they're thinking. And that's why he's, obsessed with knowing exactly what she's thinking and everything, every single thing that goes through her head. It's a way to manipulate a person, especially a child. In case you missed it, I did do a video on my main channel, a body language analysis of David in court, because he seems stone-faced for the most part. In court, he seems stone-faced until they start talking about the discovery, the evidence. Once they start talking about the evidence in the case, his face started to crack. So I'll put a link here to the video on my main channel where we go over his body language and analyze it. And also, as far as TMZ is reporting, David's location it's now been changed to the Men's Central Jail. The LA County Sheriff Office tells TMZ that David's been placed in segregation because he's a noteworthy inmate, which means he'll be alone with his thoughts most of the day. So David is pretty much in solitary confinement. It's very similar to solitary confinement. It's administrative segregation. And it works the same as solitary confinement because he is not allowed around people and people are not allowed around him. Because you can imagine what would happen to him in jail. So his karma would reach him sooner rather than later if he was allowed around anyone in jail. So he's basically in solitary confinement in Men's Central Jail in LA County, one of the worst jails in the world.